Hello, and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. Today we are not going to be reviewing a craft beer, but rather a beer from the Japanese major, a limited edition beer from Sapporo, and it is this one. It's called Beer Surprise Shifuku no Nigami, and Nigami means bitterness, and Shifuku can be translated as blissful or very, very happy. It's a Pilsner, and this is the second iteration of this beer. It came out originally in 2016, and that one has 8 ratings on RateBeer, an average score of 2.97 out of 5, not so high. And this one on RateBeer has only 1 rating so far, and it's at 3.3. On Untapped, the earlier version has 417 ratings at 2.8 out of 5, and the current one, this year's one, which is 2020, has 36 ratings at an average score of exactly 3 out of 5. So the ratings overall are not terribly high. So the name is kind of crazy in English. In Japanese, it's a little bit more a little bit more poetic, perhaps, but it simply says it's blissful and then bitterness, Nigami. So, and I have had this. I had the original version in 2016, but I haven't had it since then. Let's give it a go. This is the alcohol is 5%. Yeah, and it is all malt. It's a I hate to say that, but we are in Japan, and most majors tend to lighten up their beers with things like rice or add corn to it, and so I have to say it's an all malt beer without adjuncts. Okay, so it's a nice, clear, bright, medium gold, very pretty, with like a half a finger of white head. And completely clear, can see completely through it. Put it through the light and see what we get. Look at that carbonation. So kind of gentle, almost snow globe-like carbonation rising up. Whew. So the nose definitely has some sharp, grassy hops. I'm thinking these are noble German noble hops. Hallertauer or something very weedy, very herbal. The hops are present from the get-go. Yeah, they start to intensify in mid-palate. Almost to the point of unpleasantness. It seems like a single hop that was really quite overdone here. Thin, medium body. It's interesting. Certainly for a Japanese major beer to be so hopped up like this is very unusual. So I give them some points for that. But for a Pilsner beer, it is a little bit overdone, I think, certainly in the flavor. In the nose, we wouldn't mind this, I think, so much, but it has this kind of sharp bitterness that kind of attacks the mid-palate and never lets go. In an IPA, pale ale, sure, why not? But in a Pilsner, we want, I think, a little bit more modulation in the bitterness, perhaps, and a little bit more balance. This is not bad. It's interesting, and certainly for the summertime, hot summertime, why not? So give it a go if you happen to see it. Family Mart convenience stores in Japan will have this beer. That is where it is sold. And it says we created refined taste, surprising flavor, and vivid bitterness, and that is certainly true. Once again, Sapporo Beer Surprise, Shifuku no Nigami, a Pilsner at 5%. So try it out and tell me what you think, and leave me a comment, okay? We're going to be looking at some other beers from the the 4 Japanese major beer companies next, and I hope you will tune in for them. And then we will get back to Japanese craft beers. Okay. Take care. Hope you're doing well. Bye-bye.